So now we're over to the first division here. We have Myzel in the red here, playing as Mayans. So Myzel really loves his Aztecs, but I've been seeing him playing more other civs recently, and this time around it's the Mayans. Longer lasting resources, cheap archers, eagle warriors as an option. And given the Mayans pick, Myzel is definitely a good map here. He has a fairly easy wall off to both sides here, and might be able to wall in a way that secures 2 golds here. So that's always nice to see if you're the Mayans and want to turtle it out to get to your mass crossbow power spike in the castle age, or make your secret eagle warrior switch or whatnot. Oh yeah, with the Japanese here. Should be fairly decent against mines as well, shouldn't they? Because Japanese have faster attacking infantry. That's good against the eagle warriors if they come for you. Japanese have fully upgraded castle age knights, which again will work very well against the Mayans archers and or crossbows and or eagles. But in the end, Mayans with a better eco bonus with the longer lasting resources, so that's one to keep in mind. Japanese here for saving wood for resource drop-off points. Only 50 wood for lumber camps and such. Could even consider milling the deer instead of pushing them, but these are so close to the TC, is probably gonna push them anyway. Looks like a more open map for Hoye here though, so that could be rough. And 2 golds to the side there, one right next to a hill. That's not one you want to find when you're up against an archer civ like the Mayans. The main gold quite close to TC and sort of in the backside compared to Myzel though, so not all that bad resource spot for Hoye, all things considered. Five of wood for Myzel, not your go-to opening usually with most civs, but Myzel is not a very predictable player. He will do different things every game. So we'll see what goes into. Could be some kind of drush or men-at-arms play here. The mill isn't even up yet, so this could definitely be a pre-mill drush from Myzel, in which case the barracks has to go up very soon. Building in the second bore here with varied success, but there we go. It's fine. Myzel also already has loom being mines. That's the first thing you get as mines, because you start with 1 extra builder being population capped until you can get your houses down. Looks like Myzel is going for the 10 gold here, and there comes the barracks. HA is on point with the scout though, and might be able to scout that the barracks is going up in time here and be able to react. We see HJ with the mill here, so not going for the pre-mill rush. What would make sense with Japanese is going for the men-at-arms, because their military really starts to shine in the feudal age with their faster attack. So 10 gold has been taken here. Myzel with the militia in production. And let's see from Myzel scouting, does he even know HJ's location? It's a bit lucky to go find HJ just like that. It's not the first place you go is to the left. Usually, I mean, if it were me, I would definitely be going to the north side first and then turn to the left. So this would be the last place I would look. But maybe you had an indication of the scout coming from this side. That could be a giveaway here. So good spot by Myzel. Also good quick walls or preempted walls by Hoye here to keep the aggression out. Pretty sure HJ's nickname is based on his initials, actually. Oh, his real life name. Oh, one villager outside. This could be a kill for Myzel. It's still a disruption of the early Japanese economy here. We have militia in the making for HJ, but 1 minute to go for the feudal age. Once the feudal age kicks in, if HJ can hold off engaging until he has 3 militia and feudal age in, it shouldn't be any problem cleaning up the Mayans here, because the Mayans and the Japanese militia attack faster. Ah, Forgotten Empires. I see. The F was your... Thought the F was your last name as well, oh yeah. But Forgotten Empires makes sound, makes good, makes sense. There's the feudal age for Hoye. 3 militia now to move in, and they do attack faster. The scout is at slightly low HP, but with the faster attacking of the infantry, HJ should still clean this up. He's not going for men-at-arms, and that's for a reason. He's probably going to be able to micro this down and deal with the infantry, because he simply has faster attack. This obstructs the food income, but farms already in place for Hoye here. Just a couple of houses or palisades away from securing the backside here, and overall in a good spot here, even though it obstructed the food income a bit here and caused a tiny bit of idle TC time because of lack of food, maybe. Oh, there's the men-at-arms after all, actually. Maybe with a plan to hope to enter any base, break through the walls, something. Myzel also usually walls early, as we can see here, almost full wall. There's just one opening in the back here, which Myzel has scouted and will be fixing after this one. But the range is going up. The men-at-arms almost break through here, but Myzel gets those 3 falls up and will be able to produce archers and fend off the infantry units here. HJ with the double ranges here, whereas Myzel for now is only with one ranged blacksmith. Here comes the first archer. I think HJ has the... no, does not have a blacksmith, of course. Has 2 ranges, no blacksmith. The infantry opening still being annoying, but now the men-at-arms can come back home and deal with this, no problem. So HJ can focus on the archers forward instead. Myzel also making archers. If you have one range like this, you could also benefit from actually playing it. If you know that HJ is going for 2 ranges, like he is doing, you could actually switch up your plans with Mayans now and just go full skirm defense instead and try for a faster castle age. Because 2 ranges as opposed to 1 is more of a commitment that will delay your resource income towards castle age transition. HJ with 1.5 minutes more idle TC time here as well, so Myzel is in a good spot here with a 5 villagers lead after the initial drush opening. Looks like there's an extended feudal age from Myzel as well, though. We have 2 ranges now. Myzel, however, has the blacksmith, has fletching. HJ does not have it yet, right? So that could be an issue if fighting in equal numbers here, but for now HJ has better production, more archers. And in they are, men-at-arms break through the walls and allow the archers to enter. This could be devastating for Myzel at this point. He has less army, he's going into skirmishers for defense now, but it's all happening a little bit too late here. I think HJ focuses army first here. Fletching is on the way. Defensive towers should keep Myzel's woodland safe here, but not at the cost of idle time and potential builders going down. HJ could also stay underneath the towers with the archers and ops, and take advantage of the fact that towers have minimum range. But now with skirmishers and archers out for Myzel, I think Myzel cleans this up. House walls going up, gonna keep the next volley of archers out. There's still potential for HJ to move over to the other side here to focus down villagers though. Skumbeltilgang. Thanks for the follow. Skumbeltilgang. Skumbeltilgang. I wouldn't know. But thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Now let's look at the army numbers here. 8 archers and 2 skirms for Myzel, 3 archers for HJ. Myzel. Yeah, Myzel is player it's always fun to cast because the games are never the same. Stone walls. Really wanting to play it safe here, Myzel, but also giving up more of the map to HJ if that's the case. Walls still not complete for HJ with the Japanese here, and one villager will be going down. That's the first villager down. It's going to be 2 KD here with Myzel with less idle TC time. Overall is sitting at a 6 villagers lead now. And yeah, we're not going to see any castle quite yet. HJ tries to the best of his ability to obstruct some gold income here. Could hit the wood line as well to the side here. Yeah, they're just hitting the mining cap actually. That's not going to do too much. Archers on either side here, just peeking 3 ranges from Myzel now. Extended fuel age investment here. Still no sign of any cast age transition here, just investing into that economy, while HJ is just 200 food, 100 gold off that cast age transition. But also needs to force a defensive tower and commit some army to hold off the forward here. I wonder if HJ knows about the opening in the woodland here. He does. But Myzel probably does not, has not been over at this side, so that should be alright. House wall near the TC. HJ, does he have enough villagers to garrison here? Nice trap. It's gonna take out a lot of the archers and skirms now with cover fire from the towns that are nice trap. Nice move. What? Fantastic value against Myzel's archer corridor. Both on the way to the cast station now. Myzel with significantly higher population. Neither player with wheelbarrow. But Myzel somehow has been able to afford horse collar as well. So it's going into the cast stage with a much stronger economy here. 3 ranges as well, which is justifiable with the Mayans because they have cheaper archers. In the cast stage, the Mayans archers will cost 20% less. In feudal age, it's only 10%. These guys have been standing here forever, and Myzel is tired of it now. Pulls up a defensive tower on the woodlands and golds here as well. HJ with some extensive walling all the way towards the edge here. Doesn't want to have any eagle surprises coming in from the northwest side. Myzel was scouting the backside here, but didn't find a point of entry on the woodland here. And can't engage on the gold either due to the defensive tower of HJ here. So military situation in Myzel's advantage still here, 19 to 8. None of the ranges, one of the ranges producing for now. That's gotta be the biggest walls I've ever seen. Well, if you're not under any distress, it's perfectly fine to wall. If you can wall to the edge of the map, of course you should. It's not really a problem if it's too far, because if Myzel starts attacking this wall, you have more than enough time to wall behind here in the meantime. Yeah, obviously you can't run all the way over here to quick wall, but if they attack this side, then you get a warning and you could wall behind here before they enter. Yeah, but if they break through here, they still need to move down here, and this could be walled in the meantime if you invest enough. So back now, how did the Ireland game go? David lost in the end. Sadly, he fell victim to a landing of Ken. So, Myzel with the siege workshop forward, and quite the chunk of crossbows. Villager lead suspiciously higher as well, 52 to 38. King David put up a good fight on islands for sure. Did very nicely there. HJ, what are you doing? 7 minutes 33 seconds idle TC time. Well, you have 2 TCs, so that kind of explains it actually. But falling behind in villager numbers here, Myzel on 2 TCs as well, so Myzel is going to keep that villager lead for a while longer. But HJ also says it was no warm-up before first game of the day, so that is okay. You win some, you lose some, yeah, that's for sure. Can't win all the time. To be honest, that would be kind of boring to win all the time. Myzel, what are you doing? Sending in an unguarded Mangonel like that? It's a bit sloppy from Myzel here as well to send in an unguarded Mangonel. He does have some archers here, but he does not have a repair villager, so this one goes down. HJ with some crossbows forward here, hitting the woodlines. In the meantime, Myzel is securing woodline further down here with the town center as well. And yeah, just capitalizing on that villager lead he already has. It's snowballing here now from Myzel. It's a 20 villagers lead. HJ is matching the military, but that's about it. 3rd TC for HJ as well. Can he recover here? He'll have to do some serious damage on the Mayan side to contest the Mayans' longer lasting resources being almost down to half the villagers of the opponent here. KD 14 to 3 on the eco department for Myzel, and also more military kills overall. Seems to have dealt with the crossbows forward of HJ again here. 14 to 4 is the military situation, and Myzel is keeping up the pressure here with 2 mangonels, a ram, and some more archers. The one forward villager going to stone. Doubt you can win when down 30 builds versus Mayans. Yeah, it's not possible, right? Their eco is just that strong when with the longer lasting resources and everything. Two mangonels. HS defensive mangonel getting some archers there. That's gonna be a 1-for-1, I think. Oh, Myzel with the attack ground. Sneaky. And 1-for-1, yeah. TC being contested here, but I think HJ is not with very high morale right now. Is down 30 villagers and no military to defend there. We'll have to fight off the siege with villagers exclusively here. And might also have to make some serious mistake to lose this game. The mangonels go down though, so that's good defense for Hoya there, but the villagers going down as well. 29 to 68 now. Yeah, that's definitely GG, and it's called by Hoya. Let's have a look at the stats before going to game 2. consistent flow of units from both players here, but the eco situation is the biggest issue here with HJ, with as he said himself, playing it a bit sloppily, and something that Myzel capitalizes on with consistent pressure and stronger economy behind it. Drush archers for Myzel, men at arms for HJ. Alright. Let's just pull up the other one as well, and the Reach will cooperate with us. And the next one is the home map of Myzel. So Myzel actually just won his away map. Myzel's home map is Alpine Lakes. Which looks like this. Snowy terrain. Capture H doesn't like the no snow mod that I have. It's called Alpine Lakes. In the beginning of the EE, it was in one of the first ranked map pools. I think it is an original definitive edition map as well. But they've been tweaking it since launch. In the beginning, it was only lakes, lots of lakes with shorefish or fish like this. That was kind of awkward to mill and to collect from land. So you'd see players docking the small ponds instead and going fish traps and whatnot. And there weren't berries. They've added that later. There weren't boars, but now there's one boar and berries and your standard 8 sheep. So it's more of a normal map, but with less neutral golds and these kinds of things across the map. I think they've added a bit more neutral golds as well, but not a map in abundant with resources here. But Myzel likes it, that's why he picks it. And once again, he did pick Indians versus Very on this map. Now he's gone with Indians again, because Indians have a fantastic economy on shorefish maps, especially because Indians collect shorefish 10% faster. Myzel with his classic try houses to begin with here, only one house to start, and then the next three to form the beginning of a wall in the front. This is one of the points to recognize Myzel in a hidden cap if it ever happens. Right, or on wood for Myzel, what would be a good start for Indians on a map like this, given the food source, is that you would be wanting to start with scouts, in my opinion, because the map is semi-open. I mean, it's not like you can't wall it, but the pawns make it kind of awkward, and there's a good chance your scouts will get in before the enemy can engage. Another option is, of course, the Drush to deny enemy walls and follow it up with some feudal age aggression. That happened to me on this map, and it caught me off guard, so because I've been using this as home map as well. But yeah, I think Indians should make use of the fast food, and go for the scouts here. HJ on the scouting now, 0 idle this time for both players now, and Myzel with a 13 seconds idle eco time only. Where's this guy going? He's going for the barracks. It's going to be the Drush again from Myzel here. Pre-mill Drush with the Indians. And learning from the previous game, I think HJ is already scouting for that to maybe be an opportunity here. And why HJ is running over here is beyond my understanding, unless he's on auto scout, but now he's getting back home to scout more on the home field instead. Okay. So there's the barracks is up. Barracks builder goes to collect the 10 gold you need to afford 3 militia and bloom. Auto scout. Fair enough. Viper uses auto scout too, you know. Don't care about exploration right now. You know the enemy location, so that's fine. So the barracks as well, in fact. Shorefish, and going to place the second lumber camp by the looks of it. Britons against the Indians, not bad actually. The Britons will be able to deal with the Indians' camels, obviously, with the ranged units. And the Indians also don't have the... Oh wait, Indians have full upgrades on their archery range line, so they should be okay. They have access to skirmishers. There's the Drush entering HJ's side, taking him off the fish, but that should be fine. HJ already on the way up here, and again going for the men-at-arms by the looks of it. Meanwhile, the Drush is buying Myzel time to wall off at home here, and I think the walls will be going up before HJ can get any counter-attack in with the men-at-arms here. This gap needs to be plugged, of course, otherwise there's an open entry into Myzel's base. But yeah, the Drush is being dealt with, and HJ maybe not going the men-at-arms after all now, after having lost one militia to the Drush forward here. So at the cost of a minimum of idle time there, HJ cleans up the Drush and goes back to fish, and now drops the range to follow up with archers in the field late here. 2 on gold for now, which is usually the case with men-at-arms. A third one will be added ASAP to for consistent single range production. So Myzel's food eco here is, I think it is within range of Bugle archers with fletching, or maybe just outside. Double walls now to keep the early aggression out. So once Myzel's follow-up here is going to the field age at 26 pop here. Did not go and take any more gold, so it's not going to be a fast castle follow-up here. Maybe skirmishers defense into a smoother castle age here. And the first few archers in the meantime are out for Hoye here, who has the double ranges again, and the blacksmith to follow later. So numbers over upgrades for now for Hoye. So the forward aggression doesn't quite stress Myzel out yet. He just puts another layer of walls behind here to chill out and get ready to deal with the forward. Double stables and a blacksmith for Myzel here. So he's going to go into the Indians. Scouts and or camels here. Indians in the cast age and Imperial age to get +1 Pierce armor per age. So long term that's going to be beneficial. But the cast stage is still a long way away from Myzel here, so we might find himself subject to high pressure from HJ here early on. House is down here. Men-at-arms actually in the end, it helps tearing down the walls, so why not if you can afford it. And both goals on Myzel are very, very exposed to Britain's archers here. That's going to be a huge issue for Myzel here. No safe gold in the back of his base. He'll need to move out and take gold elsewhere, and Myzel's scouting currently is... Yeah, okay, he knows about some of these neutral golds, so maybe he'll go to one of those, but he's definitely not going to be able to access the gold at home. And HJ, reading the map now, will know that both the golds are here. Once he sees 2 golds, he'll be keeping Myzel off golds for a long time here, I think, if he keeps the pressure up. Yeah, exactly. Myzel with the scouts here, but they don't get that extra pierce armor until Cast Age, and that's still a stretch away as HJ moves into the base here. Doesn't have spearmen in the mix here, but archers with pledging should be enough to clean up Feudal Age scouts anyway. And the men-at-arms can certainly help in the fighting here as well. So for every scout Myzel makes, it's going to delay his cast age transition here, whereas HJ behind this is mainly using wood and gold for the army composition. Losing some archers here, trading well, and stands with a 14-8 KD now, and also going to get villagers killed here. He's about to kill his 5th villager of Myzel, so already a very successful horde. And as said, these 2 golds absolutely off limits for Myzel right now, with Britain's archers standing close to them. Myzel garrisoning the TC there for protection against the archers, I guess, out here. 10 archers still for HJ now, and keeping the pressure up here, staying close to the gold, just to make sure that Myzel doesn't engage here, and Auto Scout at some point will find the rest of the golds here, so that if Myzel at some point starts making gold units, HJ will move out and try and find out where Myzel is taking gold. But this map certainly isn't doing Myzel any favors. 2 golds essentially spawning at the same spot. They are very vulnerable until you can get to Cast Age and get a town center up here to protect both of them, which would be an amazing town center spot, but that's still a while away from Myzel. No gold. No army production. So a market goes up for Myzel, both for eco adjustment purposes, but mainly to keep the archers out, I think. There's really no reason for HJ to leave this area. The only thing Myzel can do here is drop a few archer ranges, 1 or 2 archer ranges, and make a lot of skirmishers. And again, that is going to delay Myzel's Feudal Age transition even further. Myzel is in a pickle here. So Myzel insisting on the scouts here might actually delete his own bolts here now to engage against the scouts, but the archers. But I don't think that's going to be sustainable with only 5 of them against the 9 archers that can just hit and run. Myzel needs skirmishers here, needs something else. Scouts and skirmishers would work nicely here, but scouts alone, not really. Hit, and HJ loses a minimum of units here. It seems to be kind of a distraction from Myzel here to try and reclaim the gold here, but yeah, Myzel, I'm not sure if Myzel's even going to see the Cast Age this game. He calls the GG, taps out, the game ends 1-1, and HJ gets his revenge after the Arabia game. Solid army flow here. Military situation KD 22 to 14, 15 to 6 army high. Myzel's gold spot didn't do him any favors, but this is just good map reading and well played by HJ.